Hi, welcome to Up Your Alley. This is the third week in the new season, and we hope people are having a wonderful summer. This is the middle of July. It's warm, it's hot, it's sunny, and hey, I'm predicting the weather. Since I predicted the sweep, I figure I'm just about able to predict anything. And people are saying, did you really predict the sweep, Kev? Yeah, I did. Patting myself on the back. The only thing I said was that the Lakers wouldn't score more than 100 points, and all the games totaled up, and they did score more than that, but they did sweep. Oh my gosh, the waitress is here. She was here. She was the girl that, thanks for the drinks, babe. She bought us drinks last time. She's quite a honey. And this show is being brought to you through a grant from the Garden City Cable Commission. And you too can put a show together of your own just by contacting them through the Garden City City Hall, and they'd be more than happy to help you put a show together of your own. Just remember, it's video. Don't try to go to these people and say, develop my pictures, because some people on the Cable Commission won't do it. But just remember, it's an all-around fun bunch of guys that will fund television. There you see a shot of her right there, ladies and gentlemen. There's the waitress. And she's waving, saying, oh my God, I don't believe this guy's doing it to me. But I put her on TV. Now, remember I told you that this show's being shown all over the place? Here's some shots. Just in a few weeks, people have been rushing to see the show. I have a few shots. That's not this one. Right here, good friend of mine, Scott Pruitt. He's in his car there. They're souping it up. They're getting him ready to go see Up Your Alley. There it is. Good shot of Scott Pruitt, rookie there. And that's him in the yellow helmet. Once again, we were Scott's all-around sponsor. The car says Up Your Alley on the side of it. That's my Corvette there. My brother's driving it. See, here's a good shot of Nigel's car. It's car number 3. He's a good buddy of mine, and we can't get close enough, but on the back of the car it says Detroit Pistons World Champs. And he's really rushing. He's doing about 150 miles an hour there. Here's the Alpine stereo car. These are the people supplying the sound for Up Your Alley. And they're rushing real fast. There they went. They were going backwards. Here's the Sony car. They supplied the cameras that we used to use. And there they go. And let's see some more pictures here. Here's the Sony car really going around the corner. This bit's really dying, but I want to show the pictures since I'm a heck of a photographer. And that's the Detroit. Now, this year, I think Detroit Grand Prix, they've never done this before, but on the river, they had big barges with diamond visions, just big TV screens. And when the cars went by, they ran back shows of Up Your Alley. People loved it. There in Grandstand A and B, people were just loving Up Your Alley. They said, hey, where else can we buy a beer for $7 and then watch the #1 bowling show in America? They were saying that. Right now, I'd like to bring up our challenger, Albert Crosby. Boy, I had a big reaction there. He's the challenger this week. Big round of applause here. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
How'd you find out about Up Your Alley?
At Garden Lanes.
You bowl there still?
Yes.
How you doing there?
All right, I guess.
How'd you finish off in your winter leagues?
3rd place.
Not bad. It was a big money.
Not big money. It's just a fun.
Just about pays for your bowling, probably.
Right.
Any big jackpots this year?
No. I didn't bowl good this year.
Not that good. So what was your average at the end?
164.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
How many years have you been bowling?
Since I was 21, I'm 66.
Okay, I'm not a math whiz, so it's just a long time. Anybody out there you'd like to say hello to?
Oh, I'd like to say hello to my daughters and my son and the grandchildren.
Well, great. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Albert Crosby. And now I'd like to bring up our 1-week champion, Bob Dreyer. And he defeated Carolyn Walker last week. Let's give him up here right now, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, sir.
Hi, Kevin.
How you doing?
Good.
Any fights there with the Valdivia family the past week?
No. I got my same fans are back this week, and
You're all ready.
no, seriously, Dario's the best place to get pizza in town.
It is. The
Pizza in town.
third-party pizzas, their large squares are the best.
Exactly.
And
I kid Si a lot because he bowls and I bowl in the same house, but he's a good friend of mine.
what kind of bowler is Si?
He's for a short, ball-headed guy, he's not bad.
Does he use a ball, or does he just kind of lunge himself at the lanes?
Well, he kind of looks like Fred Flintstone, you know.
Barefoot.
No, he's a good bowler. He's about a 175.
That's not bad. Do you usually on your same team, or
No.
so you usually beat him?
Yeah, we get the younger guys on my team.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So how'd you end up? What place did you finish?
We finished on Tuesday nights. We won that league at Westland, and on Fridays we won that league on Fridays at Town and Country.
Not bad. Those are some paying spots.
Big money, big money.
Pays for just more than bowling.
It certainly does. Kemosabe.
Did you win any jackpots this year?
I won a few.
What's your biggest this year?
I think I won about $400 one night, but
Not bad. I talked to you after the
I'm not
show
really-
about a few bucks.
I shouldn't be saying that because IRS might want to collect
No.
some money for income tax.
Not at all, because this.
You don't think so?
No,
It's not going to go to Washington then, this show.
no, they don't watch it. Not
Okay.
If you win the tournament of champions, sometimes the president will call and talk to you, but you know.
Well, I'd appreciate that.
But you know, this year, probably not. I doubt
Probably
it.
not.
He knows that I just couldn't afford the phone call. I have to pay for the dry cleaning bill.
Yeah, on a jacket.
Something like this, expensive.
Exactly.
Where else can you find polyester? You know, it's pretty nice. I buff out cars. Just, it's nice. So, anybody out there other than your wife here, anyone in TV land you want to say hi to? Since you said hi to them anyway.
Well, my mom and dad, my daughter, and my son's not here this week, and his girlfriend, and all the guys at work.
Well, great. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Dreyer. That's what his name is. And we'll be back with more Up Your Alley right after a glimpse of my favorite painting. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome back here to Up Your Alley. Right now, we'd like to have our challenger step to the line. Albert Crosby. He has a 14-pin handicap. We'll add that in at the end of the first frame. We bowl here on lane 3. One lane only. Nice ball. Strike there in the first frame. And Bob Dreyer will step to the line. From Garden City, Michigan. It's the kind of shirt we should put on little kids. Son, do you know where you live? No, look on my back, lady. And
Don't hurt him.
he picked up 2 there, a 9 count in the first frame. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Riley's back. And a solid 10-pin. I think it's solid. Cross alley shot. Hang on, picks it up. Spare there in the second frame. Nice shot. So it'll bring up Albert. And we'd like to thank Bruce and company here at the Silver Lanes for helping out with some of the problems we've had in the past weeks. We got the place fixed. The show is bumping, and it's one heck of a show. And an 8 count there in the second frame. Good at that. And lost it there on the right-hand gutter. And that'll be his first open frame there in the second. We added in that 14-pin handicap. That'll give him a 32 in the first frame, 40 in the second frame for Albert Crosby. And log that down, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first gutter of the new season. And a strike there in the third frame. Nice shot. They don't come no better than that. And a strike there in the third frame. So Bob counters. And people are just lining up out the door. They're saying, hey, is this the place where the bowling show is? Brooklyn side, boom, a strike there in the fourth frame. Don't know how he does it. Could it be the haircut from Cy? So the 1-2-4 combination there on lane 3 here in the fourth frame for Albert. Now we're in the third week of the summer-fall 1989 season of Up Your Alley. Ooh, that's a mouthful. And a 2 count there in the fourth frame. So we'll finish up with a 9. And like I said, this is the third week of the new season. And at the end of the season, we'll have the Up Your Alley Tournament of Champions 4. And the winner of that tournament will receive an all-expense-paid trip to Toronto, courtesy of your travel planner, located in the Sheridan Square. We'll take our top 5 high games in this 6-month period and bowl those players off for that trip to Toronto. We'd like to thank Del Broquet over there for that trip. People at home are saying, oh my, he sounds like Pat Summerall. That's right, I do. Albert knocked down 5 there in the 5th frame. Welcome back, Jer. We missed you. And a spare there in the 5th frame for Albert Crosby. And right now we're in the middle of July. We should be past that All-Star break. Tigers now 47 games out of first place. And Bob throwing at the 1-2-4 combination. And he picks it up, a good shot there in the 5th, a spare there. Bob's only open frame in the 1st. He's been marked since. And a 9 count there in the 6th frame. 95 in the 5th frame for Bob. Albert with a 78 in the 5th frame with a spare. 14-pin handicap there for Albert. And a spare there. Now you people at home are saying, hey Kev, this is a great show. Yeah, I know. You know they canceled the Morton Downey show? Who would have thought that my show would have started before his and is still going on after his is canceled? Just goes to show you that junk TV can't stay on the air for a long time. Wasn't that a contradiction of terms? Nah. Back last December when I did that Morton Downey impression, the people said, hey, Kev, we loved that. Morton did the Kevin Kramus impression. It just didn't go over well in New York. I don't know why. That's why he got canceled, I think. And a spare there in the 6th frame. And a strike there in the 7th frame for Albert. It'll bring up Bob here in the 7th frame. You people at home are saying, hey, Kev, why don't you have a neat phrase like Eli has? You know, Eli says, if it sweats, Eli shows it to you. A strike there in the 7th frame. Well, mine's, if it bowls, Kev shows it to you. That means I show more, because more people bowl than they sweat. I show more people. You know, if the right guard people had it right, they could put Eli out of business. And a split there in the 8th frame. So he has a strike in the 7th frame and then comes up with a split there in the 8th frame. .105 in the 6th frame for Albert. Strike in the 7th. And Bob with the 115 in the 6th frame. And here he is bowling in the 8th frame. He went for it and he missed it. Good shot though, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of crowd support there. 141 in the 8th frame for Bob Dreyer. And a strike there in the 8th frame. 2 in a row for Albert Crosby. Stay tuned, because the winner of this match will bowl next week against Jimmy Harper. Oh boy, his name was a famous radio team. .710 split in the 9th frame, and that's the second one of the new season. You look like a guy at the airport, Harold. And a gutter ball there in the 9th frame. It was a kind of a delayed reaction. I'm in the central time zone. They're in the eastern time zone. And a strike there in the 9th frame. Here in the 8th frame, Bob is down by 8. Still anybody's ball game. Use a mark here in the 10th. Drop the shoulder, a 7 count will be throwing at the 1-2-4 combination. Look at my pictures. Spare there in the 10th frame. Two pens in his pocket as the bowlers are separated by 2 pins. And an 8 count there in the 10th frame. And Bob will finish with a 179. Bring up Albert Crosby. That forced Albert to mark here in the 10th frame. Just got it from one of our judges. That's the judge in the back that scored the Tommy Hearns fight 112-112. He said there's a possible tie here also. And a strike there in the 10th. He needs a strike here and 1 to win. If he gets a spare, we have a tie. We're throwing at the 4-7-9 combination. If he picks this up, we have a tie. He's going for it. And he picks up 2. Our final score, 178-179. Bob Dreyer is our 2-week champion. A valiant effort there by Albert Crosby, and we'll be back with more Up Your Alley right after this. View talent, cue talent. Is that what you're saying? I don't know who they're trying to cue. I guess that was a joke that I only got. Welcome back here to the end of Up Your Alley. This is the exciting part of the show. Cue talent. Get it? No, apparently not. No reaction from the people at home. Like I said, this show is at the end. It was exciting. It was close. 178-179 was the final score. And Bob Dreyer was the champion once again. He came through there in the 10th frame, marked a couple of times. And if Albert would have picked up another strike in 1 pin, he could have been the champion. But then, hey, if Isaiah would have passed the ball to Magic a few more times, the Lakers would have won. So that's just the way it goes. It was exciting. I'd like to thank everybody. Right now, I'd like to bring up Albert Crosby. He did a nice job. He bowled a 178. He had that 14-pin handicap, which actually makes the score 162. Great game.
Not too good. Haven't bowled since the season ended.
And it's warm, and the lanes are probably a little oily, aren't you?
No, the lanes are good.
They're working right, huh?
Yeah, they're working good.
Well, great. They oiled them down right before the show.
All I got to do is get in the groove, and it would have been all right, but I wasn't.
You just didn't strike there when you needed to.
A little all over the alley.
Well, did you have a good time on the show?
Wonderful time.
Well, thanks for being on.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Albert Crosby. And right now, our 2-week champion, let's bring him up here right now, ladies and gentlemen. He's been a bunch of fun. Bob Dreyer. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice job. You came through there with the marks in the end. You did it again.
He helped me out again. I've been lucky 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, you just needed the mark there in the 10th and you'd have done it.
Well, he gets that 3rd strike in a row, I'm done. I'm dead meat.
All you needed was actually the 2nd one there and then 1 pin.
Frame, yeah.
And it did it.
What?
But it didn't happen.
Thank you. Thanks, Si.
It was Cy for you.
Yeah.
Cy's kind of like the bowling god.
I got him in my pocket.
You could put him in your pocket, but I don't know if you'd want to. Kind of resembles his meatballs, but we'll leave his meatballs out of this.
Yeah.
So you're going to come back next week?
Certainly will.
Going to bring this great bunch of people in?
Yep, all my fans there from all across the state.
All across the state of Michigan, these people. Well, thanks a lot for being on, and we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Dreyer. Woo-wee, it's been a fun one, hasn't it? I'd like to thank Brian Larson. Happy birthday, Brian. Today's Brian's 16th birthday, and we'd like to wish him a happy birthday. Keith Atkins over here on camera. Keith's voice changed last week. We'd like to congratulate Keith. Harold Larson over here running audio. Dan Yorker, director, all the people that was bowling on the show. We'd just like to thank them. And good night once again from the Silver Lanes. Our score, 178-179. Good night.